There's your cab area. Just your standard cab really, apart from the seat covers and an uprated head unit. I've put carpet on pretty much everything. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything that I haven't put carpet on, to be fair. And then an uprated steering wheel, because obviously this is a 2007 model, and that's the newer wheel. But apart from that, the cab area is pretty much as you'd find in a 2007 model, to be fair. Up here we've got the VW awning, which comes right out. It comes out a good 2 meters or so. So that's nice when it's sunny or just a slight downpour and you haven't got your blow-up awning. Now this here we've got is an ABT style rear wing. I put that on so I could put my bike rack on without having to cut away at the actual spoiler that I used to have on before. So that's the rear. Here we've got 18-inch X-style caliber wheels, low rated. I think they're low rated to 815 kilograms. Low rated tyres. You can see I've got some black bars underneath. They weren't black originally, they were chrome, but I plaster dipped them black just because I've got a black and white thing going on with them, if you haven't already noticed. And I fitted some rear spats as well, just to finish rear bumper off, that's all. Yeah, the van itself has been lowered. It's on stance coilovers. The fronts go from 30 to 95mm drop, and the rears are 30 to 80. I couldn't really tell you how far I've gone down, to be fair. I know I used to have ones up front and they only dropped, I think I dropped them about 70mm, so the fronts have been lowered a bit more now, so it's a bit more even. And here we have the all-important toilet. It's a Thetford, I'm not sure what model it is though. It is the 165. So you don't get caught short. And you've got everything in here. You've got all the wipes and the bags and all that kind of stuff. And that's your toilet there, which is, we've got it in a bag because obviously you don't want it on show all the time. And not only that, if I'm cooking or making a brew or something, I can just sit on it, or I can have something to eat and I'm not actually looking at the toilet all the time. And I've got all the toilet cleaning stuff in there as well. So that's great, and we've used that loads. Well, not loads, but you know what I mean. When we've needed it, we've used it, so that's been great. That's the gooseneck that I've got there. They call it a gooseneck. It's it fits into this part down here, so that the base of it fits into that part. It goes through that hole, if you will, and then the base part sits at the bottom, and then the gooseneck comes up and around. Then you have a table on top of that, and then when you turn the seat round, you've got a table there, as well as having the main table that you've got at the kitchen area. You can actually have a table at front as well when you turn the seat round. If anybody ever wants me to do a video on turning the seat round, then that's fine. Just give us a message or whatever, and I'll do it. Same with rock and roll bed. I mean, you've probably seen loads of videos of a bed going down and stuff, so yeah, so if anybody wants a video doing me putting bed down and that, just give us a shout. We've got a diesel heater there with its tank. Got a 120 amp hour battery. We've got a 12 volt compressor fridge. That's a Dometic compressor fridge. And then underneath here we've got a bit of storage underneath here. This is where, well, it's a bit of a mess to be fair, but I've got my gas bottle. Now I did have a bigger gas bottle than that, but it took up a lot of room. And really, all we're doing in van is we just make brews really. At any other time, if we're on a campsite or anything like that, we cook in awning outside. We've got the amplifier up here for the TV. Then I've got all my fuses there. All the electrics and bits and bobs and stuff underneath there, so that's that. Then in here we've got the knives and forks and what have you in there. That's just extra storage as well for a little bit. Now the roof's up, I'll take you up there and show you what the bed area looks like upstairs. But before I do, this part here is the ceiling. So you've got the main roof and this is the ceiling, and you push up on that and that elevates. And then what you can do then, I'll just turn you around so you can actually stand up now. So there you've got the actual cab area there. Let's put a light on, can't see. So there, and then we've got my drawers and all my fridge magnets that have gone everywhere. I should be putting them onto the fridge, to be fair. But I've got all these little containers and stuff to be able to put stuff in. And look what's happened, people. I've only broke my key. Yep, I broke it. So that's going to have to be fixed. Yeah, so move that out of the way so I don't lose it, otherwise I'm going nowhere. So hang on, bear with me. So then you've got your sink area there. No, you haven't. You haven't got your sink area there. Well, you have got your sink area there, but that is your stove, obviously. That's where you do your cooking. You do all your cooking. Then obviously I've got my sink area, which obviously if you're doing a bit of washing up, you can have a bit of an area there for putting all your pots on and that, or vice versa, whichever way around you want to do it when it comes to it. So there's that. And moving round. Moving around, this is where I keep all my brew area, my brew stuff, where I keep all my cups, disposable cups for when we're out and about, we want to make a brew and stuff. Then obviously I've got all sugar, coffee, tea, all that kind of stuff up there. I've also got proper cups up there as well, but saves up washing up, and who wants to wash up? Then I've got my TV, which is on top of here, which obviously there's a stand here that the TV goes on, the bracket here that I've got for my TV. And when we get to a campsite or anywhere where we're stopping for a bit or whatever, we want to watch television, then I'll remove this headrest, swings round, put the TV on it, and we're away. So that's where the TV stays, on here on top of wardrobe. Then I've got more storage at back, which is still more of them little containers, and they're handy for loads of little bits of stuff and that lot, even though most of them are empty. But when we're away and stuff, we fill them up with all sorts of stuff. And then you've got the bed, rock and roll bed. You can get rib beds, but they're a fortune. And if you can afford that, I mean, if I could have afforded it when I come to do the build in the first place, then I probably would have got one myself. And obviously you've got all the storage underneath, which is the full area of the van underneath, or under the bed area. So that's great. Now, to a lot of people, it'll seem really, really dark in here. And it is, to be fair. I mean, round at the roof and stuff and all that, like, it is dark. And it's not to everybody's taste, really. But this roof, when it's got all the windows shut, so that's open there, and then you've got all your mosquito net in there. Then you've got the main window at the front there, which you can see out. So once you've got the roof open, you've got quite a lot of light. It's not too bad. Obviously you tidied it all up and that lot, but just as showing you. But the good thing about this canvas is it's a scenic. Well, they call it a scenic. It's where you can actually unzip it all the way around, right round to the back, right along here, right to the back, and you can actually have it so you can lift the whole canvas up and it'll expose everything. You're to the elements then, and obviously if it's on a really hot day, like we get loads of that in UK, you get loads of breeze coming through, so that's great. Yeah, which is fantastic. So I'll zip them up. Oh, he says. So yeah, and then obviously we've got the bed that comes down, the ceiling part that comes down. Ooh. And then put the light on. Yeah. And that gives you a light at back there. So it's got a member-foam mattress on it there, which without that is rock hard. I mean, it's alright for sleeping up here, but the only time I'd really sleep up here is if it were nice outside, because me and grandson slept up here once, and it were, I think, because I just wanted to keep him happy, I said, oh come on, let's go out in it, and I think it got down to like -1, and I were absolutely freezing, and that were a big quilt on and everything. So yeah, but he were fast asleep, he were happy, so that's the main thing, innit? It's about making memories and stuff. So yeah, so that's that. So that's the roof. This is what it looks like with the curtains drawn, with the blackout curtains drawn. It's quite dark. Like I said, they don't let any light in at all. They're fantastic. And then obviously I've got a curtain that goes all the way to the front there from both sides, and that's a rail that's on the pop top part of where the roof is there. I've actually got a cover that goes on the outside of the van, and I've also got curtains that are magnetic on the driver and passenger side, and then there's the clipping up front, so you've got like a screen at the front as well inside. So it's all, I mean, it depends. Well, how can I say? It's like if you're wild camping, you just put the curtains across. If you're on a campsite, you'd either put the screen on the front or you put the curtains on the inside. It's just personal preference. As for the lighting in the van, I've got the main lights there. So I've got the VW logo, that lights up there. Then we've got lights. We've got 3 lights down the driver's side, but obviously 1 light's over the top of the wardrobe. And then I've got 2 additional lights that are at the back. And then I've got another 3 lights that run down the passenger side. And obviously I can have them independent to each other, so depending on which ones I want. Then we've got lights at the back, which are on this shelf underneath. Not that you can really see that, but and same with under the cooker area, over the top of cooker area, should I say. So that's that. Just depending on what light you want on when. I've got little spotlights up there and there for if you want to do a bit of reading or whatever. Got little side lights here for reading or at night time. And with the rock and roll bed, I've got lighting under here as well. So we've got storage. So say you're on a campsite and it's pitch black, especially at back as well. When you're out and you're in the middle of a field and you haven't got any light, it's terrible. So just get the odd light on here. He says that light's up underneath there, so you can actually get into your containers and stuff and what have you. So it's all lit up underneath there as well. Then at the rear we've got the tables. Where I store the table on back. That's the main table, that. And then that's a little table that I've got at front for gooseneck. Just there. Then I've got like a little kick plate type thing at back where I've got the actual water filler there. I can actually fill up there if I want. I've got storage down the side where I put me umbrellas and all sorts of stuff. Like anything that's long I can put down there. Got storage it back there, the more containers. And that's the water tank that we've got there. And then obviously this is where it has the overflow for pipe for water. and where I can fill it up, because what it is, I've got a float inside, and I can have it connected up to water supply on a campsite, and I can just turn the tap on, and obviously I can shut it off, turn it on and off here, but underneath here as well, if you'll be able to see it, I've got the filler here as well, which when you take that off, it says, can we see it? There, that's it. This is a filler for outside. I wanted it as discreet as possible, so that's the filler for outside there. Because I didn't want to oh, it won't go back on now. There we go. Is it going back on? It's gone back on. Yeah, I didn't want to cut inside at van, so that's for the tank there. We've got coat hangers everywhere. We've got one here, we've got one there. They just come in handy, and they just fold up so you don't whack your head on stuff, which is what you want. This is the wardrobe inside there. That's the wardrobe inside. Plenty of space in there. And this is me. Oops, put that down. This is my garage area. This is a junk area. That's where everything is in there. That's whether it be me, well, just everything. Just you can think of it. It's in there. Oil, water, trolley jack, air pump fit tyres, everything. Everything you might need. Spanners, they're all in there. VW vans, or VWs in general, are like Meccano and Lego. You just keep adding to it all the time. They're just money pits. If you're not having to sort them out engine wise, you're buying loads of stuff from them, and it just seems to go on. And I'm like I say, I'm nearly 6 years in thereabouts, and I'm still adding stuff to it. But I'll never go back to a car, just for the simple fact that when you're out and about, you can use every day as an excuse to just go out somewhere or have a day trip or whatever it is, and have a brew. Just go to the seaside and park up and just have a brew and just enjoy life and just watch everybody go by, and just every day is different. Just treat it how you want to, how your day to go and stuff, you know what I mean? So I hope you've liked this van tour. We're planning a trip this month for a couple of days, so I've got a blow up Van Gogh awning that goes on the side, and everything else there'll be like other things like where I put the awning out or whatever it is, and what we take and set up and all that lot. So if you want to join us, then please comment and subscribe and give us a like, thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. I've got to sort that flipping key out now, haven't I? Right, okay, everybody take care. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you, bye.